Aldwin? We heard the Dragonren shout from here. You defeated him? I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle. Ah, Dragon's Reach. There are many difficulties, but I cannot think of a better plan. Although I fear the Jarl may not be easy to persuade. Remember, the way of the voice trains you for more than battle. Indeed, we believe that battle is the least of its uses. May the strength and truth of your voice serve you well. Breath and focus. Now you see why I've warned you against them bloodthirsty barbarians. Yes, but understand, during the days of Alduin's rule, all dragons were his allies. There was nothing else they could be. If not for Paarthurnax, Alduin could not have been overthrown. It was he that first taught men to use the Thum. Ah, you're learning, Dragonborn. Doing nothing can be the wisest choice, although strangely often the most difficult. I trust that you will make the right choice in the end. Listen to the voice that Kynareth has placed within you, and your path will be clear. Wind, guide you.
We have nothing to talk about until Paarthurnax is dead. Do the right thing. Paarthurnax deserves to die. Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us. Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better. We can't afford to give Paarthurnax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards? My oath binds me, Drek. We have nothing to talk about until Parthenax is dead.
Dremyolok, greetings. The Blades are wise not to trust me. Onikan Miov. I would not trust another Dova. Dov Walan Farel. We were made to dominate. The will to power is in our blood. You feel it in yourself, do you not? I can be trusted. I know this, but they do not. Onikan Niov Dova. It is always wise to mistrust a Dova. I have overcome my nature only through meditation and long study of the way of the voice. No day goes by where I am not tempted to return to my inborn nature. Zimgriforvut se sulyech. What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort? Lok Thum.
Do the right thing. Parthenax deserves to die. Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us. Do you need something?
Yes? What is it?
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
You look a bit peaked. You sure you shouldn't be home in bed?
We can never rest easy, for Balgraf's enemies will not. I've got my eyes on you.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace. I'm sorry, but I can't do it. We'll just have to keep fighting the dragons as best we can. According to legend, although I never thought to put the tale to the test, Jarl Olaf One-Eye it was, who later became High King. They say he shouted it into submission in single combat atop Mount Anthor, and brought it back to Whiterun. Numenex was the dragon's name. That's his skull decorating the main hall. With good planning and constant vigilance. Even now, my court wizard, Farengar, continues his research into ways we might drive back these terrors. We must also have ample reserves of water to combat the fires that will surely spread after an attack. But our greatest weapon? Courage. For if we cannot kill the beast, we must at least have the tenacity to drive it back. Until brave heroes step forward to destroy these monsters, that is the best we can do. If it's the war you're referring to, I'm on the side of Whiterun. No doubt General Tullius and his friends in the Empire will tell you that I owe them my loyalty. And perhaps I do. Ulfric Stormcloak would say that I owe my allegiance to the Nord people as they fight for Skyrim's independence. Perhaps this is also true. The day might come when I am forced to draw my sword for one side or the other. But that day has not come yet. Ah, yes. I've studied those documents. Very interesting. Ventus, what do you make of all this? If Ulfric were to attack Whiterun?
As in all things, Lord, caution. I urge us to wait and see.
Pray wait.
I'm of a mind with Irileth. It's time to act.
You plan to march on Windhelm?
I'm not a fool, Proventus. I mean, it's time to challenge Ulfric to face me as a man, or to declare his intentions.
He'll do no such thing.
He was rather straightforward with Torrig.
Torrig? He simply walked up to the boy and murdered him.
That boy was High King of Skyrim.
I'm not the High King, but neither am I a boy. If Ulfric wants to challenge my rule in the old way, let him. Though I suspect he'll prefer to send his Stormcloaks to do it for him.
True. He's already proven his personal strength. Now he seeks to prove his armies.
Then might I urge you to consider General Tullius's request? I mean, if you are bent on offending Jarl Ulfric.
Ulfric is the one who has offended. But Proventus has a point. Ulfric has made it clear. In his mind, to refuse his claim is to side with the Empire.
And what harm is there in letting a few legionnaires die in place of your own men?
It seems cowardly.
Was it cowardly then to accept the white gold concordat?
This again? That was different. Was I given a chance to object to the terms of the treaty? No. The Jarls weren't asked. We were told. And we had to like it.
The chests of gold didn't hurt.
Damn it! This isn't about gold!
It's time to decide.
Lord, wait. Let us see if Ulfric is serious.
Oh, he's serious. But so am I.
Finally.
You there. I have a message for you to deliver to our friend, the esteemed Jarl of Windhelm. Deliver this axe to Ulfric Stormcloak. Men who understand one another need not waste words. There are but a few simple truths behind one warrior giving another his axe. Ulfric will know my meaning. Good. Good. Proventus, bring me my pen, and the good parchment. Now, if you don't mind,
Lord?
I've got a... Yes, to General Tullius. I need to make a few things clear before I accept these legionnaires of yours. You have my attention. No doubt, he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also, because he knew he could. What you're asking for is insane. Impossible. You want me to let a dragon into the heart of my city, with the threat of war on my doorstep? There must be another way. The risk is too great. Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times? I didn't say anything about giving up. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace? I want to help you, Dragonborn. And I will. But I need your help first. Do you think the Stormcloaks will sit idle while this dragon is slaughtering my men and burning down my city? No. I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry. Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon-trapping scheme. But getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen. Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons, and this war into the bargain. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? Guard duty.
sky guard you. You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs. I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help. Arthanax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us. Wind, guide.
Eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason
Spare a coin
Greyskins
for an
don't
old
help in
woman,
the
my
war.
lord.
Imperial spies.
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to kill the Jarl's brother.
Is that so? I've been wondering when he'd come around. Oh, what's this? You're quite brave to carry such a message. It's a pity you've chosen the wrong side. You can return this axe to the man who sent it, and tell him he should prepare to entertain visitors. I expect a great deal of excitement in the city of Whiterun in the near future. Talos watch over you. Not entirely true, though not entirely false either. Any Nord can learn the way of the voice by studying with the Greybeards, given enough ambition and dedication. My shouting Torg to the ground proved he had neither. However, it was my sword piercing his heart that killed him. I killed Torg to prove our wretched condition. How is the High King supposed to be the defender of Skyrim if he can't even defend himself? Indeed, Elisif has become Jarl of Solitude. Historically and conveniently home of the High King, backed by Imperial interests. But the Moot has not yet met to name her High Queen. And they won't. Not as long as I have any say in it. There hasn't been a true High King in Skyrim for generations. For too long, he's been hand-picked by the Emperor, and given emphatic nods by milk-drinking Jarls addicted to Imperial coin. It's time we had a real High King, one of our own making. We're fighting because we're done bleeding for an empire that won't bleed for us. Untold numbers of Nords died defending the Empire against the Dominion. And for what? Skyrim being sold to the Thalmor so the Emperor could keep his throne. We're fighting because our own Jarls, once strong, wise men, have become fearful and blind to the people's suffering. We're fighting because Skyrim needs heroes, and there's no one else but us. The Empire thinks it holds Valkyrie from us, but the souls of Skyrim's bravest are buried there and will fill our hearts and strengthen our blades. Damn Tullius. He's pocketed men in the Rift. It's dangerous having Imperials skulking about on the southern border of East March. The Imperials have already dug into Whiterun. We're wrested from them soon enough. We must. Its central position is key. My father, the Great Bear of Eastmarch, died during my imprisonment after the Markarth incident. I, his only son, forced to deliver his eulogy via letter I had smuggled out of prison, such is the love of Titus meat for his subjects. When finally set free, I returned to Windhelm and was greeted by a city in mourning, at one with my own grief and anger, clamoring in angry voices, calling out for justice, for war. They sat me on the throne of Ysgramor, the throne of my father. I only hope I can prove worthy of that honor. Be careful out there. Yes? Make it quick. I'm a busy man.
We could persuade one of the dragons to join our side. But just think of the advantage.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be useful, but there are better uses of our resources right now.
I don't suppose we would ever really trust the thing anyway.
Reasonable strategy. Well, sir, the hold of Falkreath is fairly vulnerable and blocks the only road from Cyrodiil. To be sure, my lord,
we should take Yarmarch. It'll be an important pressure point. Tullius has camps in the Pale, entertaining thoughts of battle. The Empire still underestimates the force of our cause. It will be there on the way.
wish only to graduate and enroll with the Legion. My drums will lead our troops to victory.
You don't look so good. Are you feeling all right?
Lady Atia says my voice is second only to hers, but she said
They're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Rift.
You're that one from the college. Staying.
The General and I have our disagreements, but he's the best hope for both the Empire and Skyrim. Until next time.
We will oust Ulfric from Windhelm soon enough, and when we do, I'll have his head on a plate. Ulfric's Stormcloaks' head rolling away from his lifeless body. The Legion's always been here. Without us to keep order, the provinces would fall into barbarism and lawlessness. Especially Skyrim. Take, for example, Ulfric Stormcloak and his little rebellion. But rest assured, his days are numbered. I'm originally from Cyrodiil, sent here at the request of the Emperor himself. I'm often ordered to places with problems that need fixing. Now, while I'm certain this is all terribly interesting to you, I have important matters to attend. We need the rift. We need to regain control of it before we can march on Windhelm without worry about our rear guard. You're dismissed.
Citizen. Hear that? I swear there's something out there. Disrespect the law, and you disrespect me.
I'm the commander of the guard here in Whiterun.
What do you need?
Sir, I have a...
You've returned with my axe. I knew that would be his response. As soon as you left, I sent word to General Tullius, who's been kind enough to lend us some of his troops, and Legate Scipius here. Let Ulfric try to make it past our combined forces. I'll turn you back over to your legion. Legate Scipius will have use for you. Gods be with us all. Now, if you don't mind,
soldier.
I've got a city to keep.
Sir.
Breathe.
The outer walls are strong. May the gods watch over your battles, friend. My men will be ready when you are Dragonborn. You have a truce to arrange first, eh?
They have catapults.
All right, then. Damn it. Where did they get catapults? The city wall? Already falling apart as it is.
My scouts tell me they're loading them with fire.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
I've got weapons forgiven, armor for catchfish. Fresh fish!
Waiting.
We need the rift.
Waiting.
We need to regain control of it before we can march on Windhelm without worry about our rear guard. Watch yourself.
Stay out of trouble, Imperial.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something.
I've been looking for the old fort. Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Might consider joining up myself.
Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Careful if you cross the river to the east. Old Hajj for Iron Hand.
And there it is! You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. The very idea is inconceivable to our elders.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian at the forge.
The Stormcloaks are here, in force. Get down to the front line. This is it. We must hold the city. Now move it!
Stay sharp.
This is an important day for the Empire and for the Legion, and for all of Skyrim. This is the day we send a message to Ulfric Stormcloak and the rebel Jarls who support him. But make no mistake, what we do here today, we do for Skyrim and her people. By cutting out the disease of this rebellion, we will make this country whole again. Ready now! Everyone with me! For the Empire! For the Legion! And what a ground sky!
I've got a little work if you're interested, traveler.
Battlefield is full of distractions. Ignore them. Focus on your targets.
Arms and armor, forged by a master craftsman.
The waiting. The insufferable waiting.
By defeating Ulfric at Whiterun, we have solidified the allegiance of the Jarl. Perhaps the Stormcloaks will soon lose heart for this little rebellion of theirs once and for all. I'm promoting you to Quester. Take this blade, the symbol of your new station and responsibility. I'll keep an eye on your progress. The Empire rewards excellence, and so do I. You'd be wasted as a regular soldier. I have special plans for you. You'll be of greater use to me with greater flexibility. Make your way to our hidden military camp in the Pale. Rika will have important tasks for you, and will need you when we reclaim the capital. For the Empire. We will oust Ulfric from Windhelm soon enough. I'll have his head on a plate.
Been up to the Blue Palace? It's a sight to see. Even if it is filled with fog,